Attacking firepower to be enhanced. Gonzalo Ramos to Manchester United. Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the United chapter, and make your point, subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss it whatever. We've definitely got to bring to you as long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related right up here at the United chapter with me, your host Abu KALS, as we talk sport, as we talk everything related to Manchester United. As you definitely know that we are heading into the summer transfer window. We talk about transfers, we talk about who's going where, who's leaving the club, not forgetting with the club buying. Who is the club buying? And right about now, the football player that is in the picture is none other than Gonzalo Ramos. For some reason, when I read before, some time ago, when he had just been launched to, when he had just been linked to Manchester United, I read the post and it was saying Ramos to Manchester United. I was like, Ramos to Manchester United. Who is this Ramos? For some reason, I was not getting the Ramos they were talking about. So I was wondering, Ramos going to Manchester United, and I clicked on that post. I remember, and the post was like, "Oh, Sergio Ramos going to sign 5-year contract with Manchester United." I was like, "Really?" Sergio Ramos is 37 years. In 5 years contract, that would make him something like 42 years. You're still playing for Manchester United. How possible is that? And it was quite a bit confusing. Then all of a sudden, it was some time ago. It was some time ago before him joining Paris Saint-Germain. And this is a different Ramos. And the other one is a defender. And this one is not a defender. This is a striker. Actually, he's the one that replaced Cristiano Ronaldo sometime in Portugal. Anyway, I think now we can definitely get into this. We can definitely talk about this, talk about Gonzalo Ramos, who is a very wonderful football player who's been playing for Portugal, and definitely is a very good forward. I must say, Gonzalo Matias Ramos, who is a Portuguese professional football player who plays as a forward for Premier League club Benfica and the Portugal national team. He was born in Ohio. Ramos came through Benfica's youth academy, and he began playing for Benfica in 2019 and was promoted to the first team recently, and that was just last year. And when he was promoted to the first team, he's been playing quite well, and definitely United has been eyeing, trying to see how good he is, if he's going to bring an impact at Manchester United. He scored quite a good height on him, 1.8, 5 meters. He dates that he joined Benfica, it was in 2020. And also his current team being Benfica, and also the fact that he plays for Portugal national team. Definitely, that shows you that he's got quite a bit of something to offer to the club. So it will be remembered that this young lad, who happens to be 21 years of age, could be replacing maybe some of the forwards at Manchester United. Who knows? Looking at the forwards at Manchester United, and we see possibly forwards at Manchester United, more goals definitely are needed to be scored at Manchester United. At the end of the day, Manchester United, what Manchester United needs is goals. Manchester United needs to score very many goals. Not others. When you see, we've not had a spell. We've not had time. Manchester United has not had a period where it scored 50. Where it scored 3 goals, 4 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals. No, that time has not been there. It's always 1-0, 2-0. Attacking firepower definitely needs to be enhanced, and this is what Erik ten Hag is trying to do. Erik ten Hag is trying to make sure that the attacking firepower at Manchester United is definitely enhanced, and by bringing Gonzalo Ramos, definitely that will help the attacking firepower. Looking at Marcus Rashford, looking at Manchester United forwards, Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, Anthony Figos, Jadon Sancho, Anton Martial, and Anthony Elanga. Definitely some of these football players have not impressed the last season, and definitely Manchester United is looking at ways in which they can definitely say goodbye to these football players. With Anthony Elanga, there is a chance of him remaining at the club, but Manchester United is considering a run for Anthony Elanga, and also Anthony Martial did not. Anthony Elanga did not. Manchester United, as I said before, Anthony Elanga is could be on loan to some club that has not yet been disclosed just as yet, as very many clubs are interested in him. And he's not impressed the current manager just as yet. But Anthony Martial has had quite a few injuries, and also his form has not been the best. He could be sold. There is a chance, there is a big possibility with Jadon Sancho also, his form not being the best, but trying here and there. Definitely, we cannot rule out that he could be leaving the club, but the chance of him leaving is definitely quite low. And then talking about Wout Weghorst is definitely a very good one. He's played for Manchester United, but his time is definitely done. Though I've said he's a good one, he tries and makes sure that he can make some good passes, maybe assists. And on the whole, when he's played for Manchester United has won, but he's not the kind of goal scorer that Manchester United needs. I mean, he's failed to see the net. However good you are, you definitely need to see the net. What makes a good striker is seeing the net. You have to put the ball behind the net, and then we can call you one of the best football strikers. But Wout Weghorst has not managed to see the net very many times. He's not managed to score many times at Manchester United. And the fact that he's been on loan at Manchester United from Burnley, and he went to Besiktas on loan and then loaned to Manchester United. He could be heading back to Besiktas or going to Burnley. We are not so sure about what will be happening with his future, but for certain, I think reality is that he's not going to remain at Manchester United. Then looking at Anthony definitely, he is a wonderful one. He's a very good football player, and he's here to stay. He's going nowhere. He's at Manchester United to stay, and he's definitely proved that he will do quite a lot. His game is improving every other day. And for some reason, I can now understand as to why Erik ten Hag is definitely very much into Anthony, why he has given him all that gameplay. He's improved his game. Then Marcus Rashford, definitely with a few injuries that he sustained the last season, still undoubtedly he is one of the best forwards at Manchester United. So the fact that Gonzalo Ramos is also set to join Manchester United, that will definitely fill in the gap in case some of these football players definitely leave the club. That shows you that Manchester United will be a better club with some of the football players who have not performed joining the club. Definitely that will be a great one. And somebody's asking me, what is the position of Gonzalo Ramos? I've already told you he's a forward. Gonzalo Mateus Ramos, who is a Portuguese football player, is one of the best football players who plays for Benfica, which is a Premier Liga club, and also plays for the Portugal national team. And still young, 21 years of age. I think he's got quite a lot to prove, and if he's scored quite a number of goals for Benfica, that definitely means if he comes to Manchester United, he's also going to be able to score for Manchester United. We need to look at the statistics and see how many goals he's managed to score. You remember that from season 2021, 2019, 2020, he scored 2 goals in 1 appearance, 2 goals in 4 appearances. In 2020, 2021, 2022, he scored 7 goals in 29 appearances. Then on 2022, 2023, scored 18 goals in 28 appearances. Then you can definitely see. And he also made the magic 2 assists. He's improved his game over and over again. So Manchester United, realizing that he's definitely a very good football player, a very wonderful football player, United had to send its scouts to Benfica to make sure that they can scout this gentleman, see how he's playing, and also see how they can definitely go about him. And it is said that personal terms were agreed, but we are not 100% sure. It's just a rumor from some sources. It's not yet confirmed. Once it is confirmed about the personal terms that have said to be agreed, we will definitely bring to you the confirmations. All you need to do is easy: subscribe, ring that notification bell, so that when we are live, you can definitely always know. And when we bring to you, when in case anything happens, we can definitely bring it to you straight as it is. So Manchester United has had a few problems with forwards, and I think attacking firepower is what Manchester United is looking at, with Erik ten Hag looking at different options, and also in number 9 being a top priority in the summer transfer window, with a lot of names that have been put on table, with Manchester United being linked to the likes of Harry Kane, who is a good striker, and also being linked to another Victor Osimhen, another striker, number 9, Victor Osimhen, plus also Tammy Abraham. But Victor Osimhen is now, there is quite big competition for him. Victor Osimhen, we don't know whether it will be possible for him to come to Manchester United, as Chelsea is very interested in him. And you know how Chelsea works. When they want a football player, they are more than willing to pay the amount of money that the player wants, no matter what or how capable they think, how capable the football player might be. So the fact that he is something like a £100 million football player, that definitely puts Manchester United a little bit behind. United has the money to pay for Victor Osimhen, but I don't think Manchester United is always ready to go into bidding wars. And another thing, Eric Ten Hag likes the delay game. Sometimes he doesn't sign football players until the last moment. He wants to see which clubs have bought which players and which players will definitely compete, and then he will make the final decisions at the last moment, which sometimes is no good because you miss out on vital or key football players. Top football players, class is always taken first. So definitely United need to act fast if they need this gentleman, if they need the Benfica superstar Gonzalo Ramos. It's not the PSG star, it is Ramos from Benfica, not Paris Saint-Germain. I was a bit confused. I'm like, oh, 42 years because the poster read was saying he'll be signing a 5 years deal. I was like, 5 years for Sergio Ramos? I mean, he's a good football player, undoubtedly. Sergio Ramos is a good football player. There's nobody who won't say Sergio Ramos is not a good football player. But he's 37. Come on, what's wrong with Manchester United? 37 years of age, and you're signing a football player for 5 years. I was like, ooh, and then I was glad it wasn't Sergio Ramos. But I think if Sergio Ramos came, I would like Sergio Ramos to come to Manchester United. If he came to Manchester United, I would give him 2 years at Manchester United. That would do great. The defense of Manchester United would definitely be sorted. We would push out comfortably, Harry Maguire. Bye, Harry Maguire, goodbye. We would definitely bring in Sergio Ramos, and he would definitely play for 2 years. 2 years is definitely okay. He's 37, 38, 39. He's definitely okay. Very okay for a defender. Defenders do not do a lot of running and stuff. He'll be okay. He'll definitely be okay. And the fact that Sergio Ramos is also a goal scorer, despite the fact that Sergio Ramos is a defender, he's the defender with the biggest number of goals. He scores goals, Sergio Ramos. He scores goals. When it comes to goal scoring, when he's got an opportunity, he doesn't miss. No chance. Yes, with some people saying that he possibly would have been a striker. There were a few questions, a few queries about him being a defender. Some people saying he would have played better as a striker. But I think his defensive role is unquestionable. He's definitely perfect, point on. And I think that him being a defender is okay. So if he came to Manchester United, Sergio Ramos, I would definitely give him a thumbs up, but only for 1 or 2 years. Just 1 season or 2 seasons, it would be okay for Sergio Ramos to play for Manchester United. But right about now, Sergio Ramos is not the center of focus. The center of focus is Gonzalo Ramos, who is a Benfica football player and has proved his worth. Well, he's been playing at Benfica. He's managed to score quite a big number of goals at Benfica and proved that if he comes to Manchester United, he will definitely be productive. He'll definitely be one of the best strikers in the Premier League. It's a big chance for him coming to the Premier League. If he gets to Manchester United, do you think he can get first team football? I don't think he could get first team football because of a few aspects, because he needs to be tested. He definitely needs to be tested. First team football is not something that he's going to have there and then. I think he will have to show that he can play in the Premier League and shine in the Premier League. He would be tested here and there. The first season would be a bit complicated for him, but possibly he would catch up in the second season. Anyway, but you never know. Erling Haaland went to Manchester City and performed there and then. There was no waiting. He definitely did the job. Anyway, we could be seeing the same with Gonzalo Ramos. Anyway, thank you for being part of this, and please make it a point to subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you do not miss it on what every you go to bring to, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related, right about here at the United Chapter with me, your host Abu KALS, as I'm more than ready to bring to you the latest straight right about here at the United Chapter, as we have been talking about one of the best midfielders in the world, strikers in the world at the moment, not the best, but one of the best, and that is Gonzalo Ramos, who happens to be a Portuguese football player and also plays as a forward for Premier Liga club, and that is Benfica. Otherwise, thank you and goodbye for now.